Hello friends and fellow VEDSies, and welcome back to VEDS. This week I'm going to try to start diving a little bit more into the challenges that have been issued this VEDS, especially because I don't have all the ideas. This has kind of been a weird VEDS for me in the sense that I've been consistently getting videos out. I feel like they're relatively good, but I've not had the best time making them. I might talk about that more in another video, but let's just say this is going to be a week where I try to let my mind catch up to where VEDS is at. And I'm going to be doing that by acting against one of my more consistent bad habits of self-deprecation and taking on Abby's challenge, where they challenged us to talk about a VEDS video that we are proud of. I don't think I'll like doing this because of two main reasons. One, I don't like what I make most of the time. I've just gotten very good at recognizing that what I think of a video is not what other people will think of the video. And two, I don't think about my videos that much once they're up. That's because of the nature of VEDS, like I'm on to the next thing. So I actually kind of struggled to go back and remember what some of these videos were. I kind of nailed down like 3 things that I'm proud of through VEDS, 2 of which are series and 1 of which is an actual video. First is that back in 2018, I wanted to have a theme because my 2017 VEDS was kind of like this one. I just constantly felt like I was on the back foot. And so I gave myself the theme of mythology. I set about writing and researching and doing a lot of prep work for VEDS before September began. While I have a hard time going back to those videos now, and I definitely feel like I could have done a lot of those topics better given more time, I'm pretty proud of the overall project, and I'm pretty proud of how that informed how I make VEDS videos moving forward. The groundwork that I laid in 2018 has carried me on through VEDS, and I think it's about time that I kind of strip that away and start doing a new groundwork for how I approach September. But that is the groundwork that got me through creation and nostalgia as themes, and I think both of those years had some really solid videos in them. Speaking of which, to go back to nostalgia, which was 2020? Yeah, that was 2020 was the year my theme was nostalgia. My video on Power Mark, which is one of the more fun videos I think I made. It kind of started this trend of doing longer, at least one long video at the beginning of the month. I can get away with doing one long video at the beginning and not during the middle because, you know, I have more prep time to actually make it work. But compared to what I've done this year and last year, it was nothing, right? Like this was just 27 minutes long. But for those of you who haven't seen it, it's me going back and rereading and talking about a Christian comic called Power Mark that I read growing up. And it was just a lot of fun to go back to it because it's something that I had a lot of memories of, but I couldn't even remember the name. Diving into actually finding a copy of it, a physical copy that I could then buy, reread it all, try to figure out what the backstory of it was, and then be able to riff on it on camera, completely unscripted too, was just a lot of fun. And then a lot went into the editing of it, like figuring out how to cut out jokes, figuring out how to put in other type of visual jokes, being able to find the right panels to put in at the right places. I worked really hard on that video, and I think it works fairly well. And then finally, I like my cooking videos. I genuinely do. I might not be able to get up another one this month just because of time and stuff, but the 4 that I put out last year, the 2 that I put out this year, it's very different. It takes a lot in terms of setup. It's, I guess, the most expensive my videos get because it involves cooking, which, you know, involves buying food and stuff. But all that stuff together just makes it a more like creatively fulfilling experience. And the editing is super fun. The editing for those is actually really simple, which I like. All of the difficulties usually come from the filming process. And that to me is a lot more fun to navigate. So Abby, consider your challenge fulfilled. And I didn't dive into self-deprecation at all. Or if I did, I'll cut it out. And that's where I'll leave it off today. Friends and fellow VEDSies, I will see you tomorrow.